Hello, everybody, and welcome to our weekly market commentary. This is Jose Blasco. I am about to remove the background of the presentation so I can actually share my video stream. Give me 1 second. Here we go. And ready to begin with our session as always, as every Monday. Hello, everyone. Getting ready for the week ahead, looking at 5 key markets as we do every Monday. Probably likely, I would say, some of the most important markets in the world, and therefore this healthy analysis that we do every Monday together help us to basically be focused, understand the market environment out there, and hopefully do a better job in trading and investing. That's the plan. Okay, so thank you for joining me today. As always, as I said, a very important moment of the week to get started. Also, you have probably been reading the disclaimer on the bottom part of the screen. I'm just going to remove it now so we have a little bit more space for the charts. As you can see on my side, we have a chart. This is the S&P 500 Futures Index. We are going to be looking at 5 markets, as I said before. Those are the 5 markets that you would find on our newsletter that you can see on the screen now. In case you don't know how to get our newsletter or you haven't got it yet, I will just highlight it very quickly on the bottom part of the screen so you know how to get it. Please just scan the QR code or follow the URL and you can just subscribe for the newsletter. We send that every Monday a few hours ago. Therefore, if you ever miss this live stream that we do every Monday, you have the information in your inbox. Basically, this is the information I'm going to cover today with a little bit more detail. But basically, you have a great summary there if that's something that is useful to you. Okay, so we're going to be looking at the S&P 500, crude oil, gold futures, the US dollar, and the Bakkt Bitcoin. Those are the 5 markets that we're going to analyze. And as you can see on the newsletter, you have a little bit of a chart and then some figures on the right side of the chart. So instead of reading it from the newsletter, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to the real-time charts and do our analysis here. Okay, so what do we have? Well, first of all, we can see that in the case of the S&P, we have a blue climate with a thick dot. That means it is a confirmed market condition. This is an up climate. Okay, so this market is in a position where statistically it is more likely going to move higher than moving lower. Having said that, there is a little bit of a note of caution here. If I zoom into our statistical values here, we can see that a normal thing to happen, a 1 standard deviation of a blue climate is 8 candles on the way up. This is a daily time frame, so that would be 8 days. And today it's candle number 9. So we've been in that condition for 9 candles, where statistics suggest 8 is a normal thing to happen, meaning that anything above 8, it's now less and less and less probability. So can we have climates that extend beyond 8? Yes, and you can see here we got one that happened not too long ago. But most of the cases, I mean, a 1 standard deviation has a lot of statistical meaning, isn't it? Most of the cases we would expect this not to be the case. So a little bit of a note of caution when it comes to the market condition. Of course, when doing our analysis, apart from looking at statistics, which is a fantastic reference point, we will also look at the UFOs, where not that one, sorry for that, guys. Apart from that, we'll also look at the UFOs, where we have this green UFO right below price. You can see how the market opened inside the UFO, and there is a little bit of a push to the upside, a little bit of a blue candle trying to go up. Why? Because buy on field orders, UFOs stands for on field orders. Buy on field orders are kicking in, pushing the price of this market higher. And now notice how we got red on field orders at 46.06. So the expectation would be that from there the market will go down. So again, this climate is supposed to last by 8. It's been running for 9. Given the fact that we have a green UFO, again, we may see another push for another day, 2 days, maybe 3 days, hit the red UFO, and then certainly I would expect a change of climate, because the climate has already surpassed that value of 8, which is a 1 standard deviation of a normal count, statistically speaking. So, well, we are already in count number 9. So again, if there was no green UFO here, I would just say the market is likely going to change direction. But because there is a green UFO, we still have a chance for a little extra push, maybe bringing this count to 9, 10, 11, 12, something like that, and then reverse, okay? Given the location of this red UFO. So we have red on-field orders located at 46.06, buy on-field orders located at 45.28. Again, if I go back to the news flash, 1 second here. Here we go. If I go back to the news flash, you can see the information is here. So we are dealing with a blue climate, sunny. We are dealing with sell on-field orders located at 46.06 and buy on-field orders located at 45.65.75. So this is the information I covered real time on the screen, where on the newsletter it's presented to you in this particular format. No need to say, or maybe I do need to say, that the technology that we use to uncover those on-field orders and do our planning and assessing the market condition, the risk, and everything else, it's done with our technologies, which are patented. And if you haven't done it yet, I welcome you, and I'm just sharing a new QR code on the screen. I welcome you to go take a look at our website, look at the apps that we have. Some of them are free, like the one below, the Auto Climate, the one that is designed to identify the market condition, is a free app. So you can go there, you can take a look, and if you like it, then of course you can subscribe to it. You will find different models on how you can subscribe, monthly, yearly. You have certain benefits. You can read everything on the website, so I will not spend much time looking into that, because I think it's self-explanatory on the website. In any case, going back to the S&P, the third dimension of our analysis, which is volatility, or another way to think of volatility is what's expected from a price movement point of view, right? How far and how fast markets are likely going to move in a daily basis, in a weekly basis, and in a monthly basis. And in order to answer that question, which is question number 3, third dimension, right? Dimension number 1 was the climate. Dimension number 2, what are the UFOs? Climate tells you what is the likely upcoming market direction. UFOs tells you what is the likely upcoming turning points. When the market stops going down, starts moving up, or stops moving up and starts moving down, that's given by the UFOs. And then the third dimension, now that we know the likely direction and the likely turning points, so now the next direction is, is it going to be a boring trade? Is it going to be a slow-moving market, or is it going to be a crazy move? So what's expected, right? And that's a very important analysis to be done, which we do by observing the options prices. We're not looking at candlesticks here or charts. We're looking at options prices. The prices of the options are calculated via options pricing models. So I am oversimplifying how this really works, but basically what we are doing is that we are reverse engineering those pricing models, and given the current real-time prices of the options, we then extrapolate that, okay, if the options are trading at these prices, then that means that the expected move in a one standard deviation case, meaning 68+% of the cases, would be 39 points a day, or 86 points a week, or 179 points in a monthly basis. Okay, so this is what those figures means, and obviously this helps us to determine if it's time to trade or not time to trade. Maybe the reward to risk ratio of our trades are going to be very poor. Why? Because the expected move is very little, etc., etc. So all of this is very relevant. So I spent a little bit of time here explaining the 3 dimensions: the climate, the UFO, and the expected moves. I'm going to now accelerate a little bit my speed of analysis, looking at the other 4 markets, and being the next one, crude oil. So loading crude oil, 1, 2, 3. Here are the UFOs, here's the climate. So what do we have? Up climate in the case of crude oil, thick dot, confirmed climate, careful with the stats. A normal thing to happen is 7. We've been in this climate for 13 candles already. So that is definitely a very extended move. But guess what? On Friday, this UFO showed up on the screen that was not available. And guess what? As the market opened, trading lower than when it closed on Friday, those buy on field orders, similar to the S&P, were hit. Buy on field orders started getting filled. And as you can see, crude oil today is up 0.62%. Now, there is room for crude oil to keep going until 79.91. We may not get there. Why? Because this climate is very extended. 13 is almost double than 7. So statistically speaking, really, this market is likely going to turn. But the fact that we have this green UFO is something we cannot negate, and this may help for this market move to continue for a little bit. I mean, as a trader, I would not take a trade now in the sense that you are relying on an exhausted climate, statistically speaking. So you may get a 1-to-1, maybe a 2-to-1 if you're lucky. You're not going to get a 3-to-1, a 5-to-1. at least statistically speaking, it's not likely going to happen. But again, if you ignore that, certainly earlier in the day was a good time to buy because price got where the UFOs were, okay, at 76.87 to be precise. So, market climate, what do we have? It's a sunny climate, blue color, thick dot. Sell on field orders located at 79.91. Buy on field orders located at 76.87. What about the expected moves? Well, we look at the options prices, in this case, options on crude oil futures, and we now expect 1.43 points a day, 3.15 points a week, or 6.56 points per month. That would be the expected volatility for those markets. Next market in line, gold. Let's go back to the real-time charts. 1, 2, 3, gold. Here we go. We got the UFOs, the climate, everything, speed of the light. So what do we have? We have an up climate, another market moving up. Statistics suggest 6 is a normal thing to happen. This market has been trading in that direction for 11 candles. Very similar setup compared to the S&P and crude oil. Gold is giving us the same thing. Okay. Now with gold, no buy orders. Buy orders are located much lower at 1944. So if any market is going to turn, it looks like gold is probably going to be the one that turns first and starts moving lower. By the way, the next market I will analyze is the dollar index. And given the fact that markets are priced in dollars, you will see how the dollar index is probably responsible for 3 markets, in this case, the S&P, crude oil, and gold, moving in that specific direction. Okay, so we're going to see that in just a moment. So, summary. Sunny climate. Sell on field orders, 2028.3. Buy on field orders, 1944.5. Expected moves, 15 points a day, 33 points a week, 69 points per month. That is the speed of price movement that is expected out of looking at options on gold futures. Next market, the dollar. Okay, the dollar index. So let's take a look at the dollar index real time. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. So what do we have here? We have an up climate on the dollar, but notice how this up climate, it's not confirmed. So this is a thin dot. It's not a thick dot, it's a thin dot, meaning that this climate is not confirmed and the overall climate was going down. Red climate before, pretty powerful moves to the downside. So this, statistically speaking, looks like a correction in the context of a downtrend, and therefore we may have a push anytime to the downside. And all this move to the downside is the one responsible for markets like gold or crude oil or the S&P to have been moving higher. Okay. Now, having said that, while the climate is not confirmed to the upside, I am lacking. I wish. Not like this, sorry about that. I wish I could see a red UFO here. That would be great to see a red UFO right here, because that will now increase the probability of this market, hitting the red UFO and coming down from it. But there is no red UFO. And because there is no red UFO, again, we need to be safe, at least if you apply the same trading style I do, to be safe, we need to use a little bit of patience and wait for a UFO to form, because let me tell you, it's going to be either green or red. That I don't know. But the moment it's formed on the screen, and auto UFOs, which is our patented technology, it's indeed real time. So the moment that happens, it will be plotted on the screen, and now you will know which direction in which to trade, because you will know if the climate is about to become from non-confirm, if the climate is about to confirm, or if the climate is about to go back red, and therefore shorting the dollar would be the right action to be taken. So, summary of what we just said: we have in this case is a rainy climate. I mean, to be honest, it's sunny in the sense that it's blue, but it's not confirmed. Sell on field orders 102.60, buy on field orders 99.86, and expected moves to be 0.44 points a day, 0.97 points a week, 2.02 points a month, which is the highest volatility we've seen in the dollar index for a while. So something is expected from a price movement point of view. There is an expectation out there, out of options traders, that suggests something pretty large when it comes to magnitude of movement is about to happen on the dollar index. Okay, so definitely opportunities about to happen. Let's wait for those UFOs to form and then let's attack. Anyway, Bitcoin futures. So we are looking at the Bakkt Bitcoin here. Notice the new red UFO that just formed that was not available in the prior week. Just like the climate change throughout the prior week after a very extended blue climate that was unlikely to be sustainable, finally changed to red, and now we are moving down. So what do we have? Well, we have a rainy climate, sell on field orders at 30,300, buy on field orders at 27,420, and speed of movement has been reduced for Bitcoin 800 points a day, 1,700 points a week, 3,600 points a month. Anyway, so we are almost concluding our market commentary for the beginning of this week. Notice the economic calendar here, where there are multiple events, many events actually with red color. So what's going on out there? Well, a collection of reports, of course, to be highlighted. We got ECB reports. We got CPI numbers from Australia. We also have the Royal Bank of Australia, also commenting on the CPI. So again, lots of inflation data, if you wish, that comes hand in hand with Fed interest rate, FOMC conference, and also more about the monetary policy in Europe, and more of CPI numbers in Tokyo, in Asia. So again, as you can see, kind of like worldwide, if I was to call this week something, I would say this is going to be the inflation week, with CPI data coming out, as well as potential changes with the interest rates. I mean, in the US, the expectation is that the interest rate will move from 5.25 to 5.5. And if that happens or doesn't happen, will likely have an impact in the market. So something to be watched. We may have an excess of volatility in the marketplace this week, which is source of market opportunities. Anyway, so with all of this said, I will highlight a new QR code on the screen on the upper left for our book. In case you have never seen or purchased our book yet, I strongly recommend you to do it for a collection of reasons. Number one, it teaches you how to trade. Even though it's a book on Forex, it teaches you how to trade everything, because everything is priced in a currency in the end. So you can certainly enjoy the teachings there no matter what you trade. But also the book comes with a free course, as well as 3 months of access to our UFO technology. So if you have never used it before, this is probably one way to access our technology, which is, I would say, intelligent, in the sense that you get plenty of training together with the tools. It's not only about having the tools, it's also about knowing how to use them. So probably this is one of the best ways on how to get equipped with everything you need, with a book, a course, and the tools to do a better job in trading, or just enhance whatever is it that you do, even if it's good stuff already and you know what you're doing. I would say I'm pretty confident and positive that our book can help you too. As you can see, I'm quite proud of our book. We got first new release designation on Amazon on 3 different categories and so on. So again, just follow the QR code on the screen, or if you receive the newsletter, you have a link here as well on how you can get our book, or just Google Mystery to Mastery series, and you will find it in most of the online bookstores, as well as some physical bookstores, and enjoy the read. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you again on the next Monday, as every week. Always a pleasure to be part of these sessions, guys, and help you to get organized and get focused as the week begins. Wishing you a great trading week ahead. And again, if you need anything from us, you can find us easily either by emailing me, emailing our team, emailing our support team, finding us on the website. There is a forum as well where you can ask questions. Many questions have been asked in the past. You have plenty of answers over there too. So again, happy to help. We're here for that. Count on us. Have a good trading week. See you soon. Bye-bye, everyone.